97X The Rock Station. Good morning. We got Jim Breuer with us. Jim, how are you, sir?
Awesome. How are you?
We are doing fantastic, my friend. Well, congratulations on the new album, and I think it's pretty cool being a gigantic AC/DC fan that you work with Brian Johnson. Man, what was that like?
Ridiculous. Yeah, it didn't really, I got to be honest with you, it didn't really hit me until I watched him recording. He's such a generous, humble, great human being, and I'm not just saying that. I mean, funny. He's a great guy. So I like him for all these other reasons. And when he said, Jimmy, son, I want to do a song with you, and I said, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I said, well, I'm going to take you up on it. No, I'm being dead serious, son. And a couple months later, he called. And he's like, Jim, what's going on with the song? Oh. You really went? Okay, I got an idea. But not until we recorded. And we were in Clearwater, Florida. He came himself. He rolled in. I had about 5 microphones lined up for this guy. And I said, whenever you're ready. He goes, oh, no, I don't go in the studio, son. Because I like standing here in the room with the ups and the buttons. And I need a handheld mic and get me some speakers so I can listen. That's how I record. I said, what? So he recorded singing like he's in concert in the room with all the buttons, like the board op room. He doesn't even put on headphones. He said, that's cheating.
What?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Isn't that sick? So he just stand there, listen to speakers, standing next to me, and he goes, oh, well, hold on, I gotta get a little bit higher. Oh, yeah, that's much better. You're recording, right, my son? Oh, it was mind-blowing. His part took him about half hour. Mine took about 4 days.
Wow.
It's unreal, man. And that is when I saw him recording, that's when I had the blip of, oh my God, I slept over at 16 telling my mom I was bowling all night so I could buy these tickets to watch you on stage, and now here we are. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's like a dream come true. I mean, throwback to your title, Mr. Rock and Roll Dream, for sure. I just checked out your new video for Old School last night. You had a verse in there, this is my church, this is my temple, this is my therapy. Eloquently stated. The sincerity of your love of metal, it really shines through in your songs. And hooking up with Rob from Volbeat, it helps legitimize your album for people who may not have taken you seriously. So how did you get him involved in your band?
This is really funny, too, and I'm not going to lie to you. I knew, just like you said, I need to be legit. The music had to be powerful. I have to be taken seriously. I know everyone's going to have their arms folded and rolling their eyes like Brewer's doing a metal. Like, what is this about? And I went on, I knew I needed a guitarist and a producer, and I went on a page. I remember, I liked Anthrax, but I didn't follow really hard metal through the late 90s. And I was kids, man. I don't have time for that anymore. So I picked him out of a lineup, and I saw this guy with a knit hat and a goatee, and I saw he's from the Bronx. And I went, that guy is going to get me and what I'm trying to do. And he came to see me at a show, and he said, let's do this. This is freaking brilliant. And he did all the guitars. He helped me. Without Rob Caggiano, this is a disaster. It would not be as half as good as it is. It really, he nailed my vision. He stuck with the whole, listen, this is a guy who grew up with 80s metal, hard rock, AC/DC, Metallica, Ozzy, Sabbath, and now he has kids and a family. I want that music, but I'm going to be singing about raising teenage girls, and I'm thrashing in the garage. And he laughed, and he's like, dude, this is brilliant, but we got to bring it. And he brought it, and we brought it. I mean, I love it, man. I'm proud of it. It killed.
Again, we're talking with a comedian, actor, and Jim Breuer and the Live and Rowdy brand new album, Songs and Grace. Fantastic album, working with Brian Johnson. He was just so cool to know that you did that.
I more than anything, I am a huge fan of your comedy, and I've wanted to know this forever. Being in Half Baked and having this look that you always have when you're on stage, how often do people either ask you if you have any drugs, or ask you if you want drugs?
Am I on them? Yeah, if I'm on it. Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Every single day. Every time I post a video, there's a million. Oh my God, I love how he's still high, even in front of me. No, jackass. This is guy. I mean, really, I'm looking at myself right now. They're glassy. And, my look, my eyelids cover my pupils. And people have told me since I was a teenager, my muscles, there's something wrong with the muscles. And they say, you should get it, you should really get an operation. I'm not going to operate on my eyelids. I don't care. And you know what? I love it because I learned by a teenager, people's expectation of me is really low when they
Wow. That's funny.
I can only rise up from their expectation level.
Jim, you've just done so much stuff. The comedy's been successful, acting, SNL. And I just want to ask you this question. For people who have a dream and they want to, whatever that may be, maybe acting, maybe comedy, it could be, whatever type of job they want to do. What advice would you give them that's been, that's made you successful through the years, something that they would remember in this conversation now?
Well, the dream alone, when I was young, is don't listen to everyone because no one knows what your head and heart is at. So you can't like my parents and all you need to fall back on something. No, I don't, because I knew I was going into entertainment. I knew I was going to be successful as a comedian. And once I did that, I just went for it. You can't, no matter what you do in life, you can't have 5 things you're working on. Work on that one and just keep going and believe you're going to do it. If you go to college for 4, 5, 6 years, you're not guaranteed anything. There's no guarantee. So why would you put yourself following a dream and not put 100% into it? And it just, you got to go, because the rest of your life you don't want to regret that you didn't.
Well put.
I'm inspired.
Yeah, that worked for me, Jim Breuer. Well, Jim, we love your music. We are supporting you. We love your acting, your comedy. We just appreciate your time coming on. Again, the brand new album is out. The album is called Songs and Garage. And check it out. You can get it. You can download it. You can buy it. And Jim Breuer and the Live and Rowdy. We appreciate it, Jim.
Yeah, man. If anyone has any doubt, watch the video Flash and the video that came out today, which is old school. And then you'll get exactly what this is about.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Have a good day, man.